I want you to play all in with me for the next 30 minutes. Can I have your attention? Let's sit at the edge of your seat. We got 60 more minutes for this entire day to close out. If you got long sleeves on, roll up your sleeves. We're going to go to work after this. I've watched this company go from a small event with 200 people 8 years ago. I grew up in this company. This company has become that parent and that figure for me in the past 8 years. And throughout that 8 years, you can't even imagine how many people have tried to test me from the outside and not just from the inside. So when I grew up in this company, I was very grateful for this company. I didn't experience it in my first year. I didn't get it in the second year. I didn't get it in the third year. But if you make that decision, you start to get married to this company. And when you get married to this company, it's very difficult to flirt with other companies out there. When you get married to this company, it's very difficult to lose your loyalty to something else out there. In the past 8 years, I can't even tell you how many other owners from other companies have picked up the phone and asked me, Sashin, we'll give you this, we'll give you that, we'll promise you this. I know you're based in South Africa, we'll send our private jet to pick you up and bring you all the way to this city or country, so we'll give you anything you want. And I said no. But it wasn't about just saying no. Because when I started off 8 years ago, this was the company. If I focused on something else, if I gave my attention to something else, if I learned something else on, it's equivalent to me looking my parents in the eyes and saying, you gave birth to me, but I don't trust you to grow me up. In the past few weeks, I've had other people phone me and say, Sashin, it's time we do something else. Because at $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 you're making per month, we can turn that into $500,000 a month. I have never seen someone go against World Ventures and win. I've never seen it. I've had many people leave my team. I've had leaders leave my team. I've had multiple RMDs leave my team. I've had leaders mentally check out, but they're physically here right now. But I've never seen one person go against our company and win. Whether it was legally or whether it was mentally. So I started to realize something. I can't go against something that gave birth to me in this industry. It hurts me when I put my heart and soul. It hurts the front row leaders when they put their heart and soul into people that they believe will go to the next level. But it stopped hurting me when I wanted more for certain people than they actually wanted for themselves. It stopped hurting me when I realized, hold on, I did my job. My job was to only take them right here. It was their job to walk alone to that side. There's been multiple nights where I've been tested, testing myself. Other leaders testing me. Other companies testing me. Other opportunities testing me. But if I said no to World Ventures in the past 8 years, and said yes to something else, it would be like me looking God in the eyes saying, I don't trust you to deliver. I don't know about you, but I have a lot of faith. I have a lot of faith in the front row leaders. I have a lot of faith in the corporate staff. I have a lot of faith in the company. And there's been multiple arguments. Multiple arguments because we argue about what we love. If you've ever lost faith and belief, it's time you look at the front row leaders. And when you see them stressing, when you see them losing sight, when you see them having a blurry vision, then you only qualified to question the path. But for now, it's very simple. If anyone wants to leave, the doors are open, and we will double the numbers. In fact, we will triple the numbers. It's very simple. When you start to realize we don't need everyone, we only need a handful, then you'll realize who's in power. It's the company. It's natural for any business to go through adversity. It's natural for any business to go through testing times. It's natural. You can't stop that. But if you question it, then you would have to put yourself in that position and say, what if you ran this company? What if you called the shots? What if you had to manage over 500 staff, multiple different head offices, 42 different countries? What if you had to do that? There's never been someone that has gone against our company and won. There's a lot of people that have been checked out because of their ego. They've never won. There's been a lot of people that lets the title make them, instead of them defining the title. They've never won. There's a lot of people here that was here just for a season and not for a reason. They've never won. I can't tell you one person that has gone against our company and won. So where am I going with this? This is home. And we're in construction phase. We're not building a house. We're reconstructing the universe. I can't do this alone. We can't do this alone. We're going to need more hands. We're going to need more people involved. But I promise you, this is home. If you can cheat on a hobby, you can cheat on this company. If you can cheat on something that has no value, you can cheat on something that does have value. We need to go to work. And I'm not focused on anyone else out there besides the people in this room. 8 years ago, I was barely making 1,000 rand a month. Barely making $60 a month. That's 8 years ago. I couldn't see beyond what I was meant to achieve. So I love the people that walk up here and they qualify for a rank and they walk the stage. But that's all I saw. I couldn't see beyond that. I couldn't see $150,000 a month. I couldn't see 13 plus IMDs. I couldn't see that. So I don't want you to focus on something that you can't see. But I want you to construct that bridge that gets you to the end of the ocean. Because when you stand on that penthouse, when you stand at that hotel, on the balcony and you look at the ocean, there's almost no way that it comes to an end. And that's what this company is all about. You can swim, you can jump on a boat, you can take a private plane, you can do whatever you want, but you will never get to the end of that ocean. That's what this company is all about. The true test is not what you can accomplish in this venue today. The true test is what do you do after 9 p.m. tonight? That's the true test. You're still in complaining mode? You're still focused on your past results? You're still focused on people that quit? You're still focused on whatever happened in the past? You have no control over that. What you do have is access to 9 p.m. tonight onwards. The minute the doors open, the minute the show ends, 9 p.m. determines what the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, generation after generation after generation looks like for you. You're positioned. This is very rare. Having access to a Microsoft when it's 14 years old. Having access to Amazon on the foundational phase. Having access to all these major companies is what you're part of right now. 8 years ago, we didn't have this. 8 years ago, there was nothing like this. That's why I appreciate this company so much. Anyone that believes their mind is bigger than our minds has already lost. Anyone that believed that this is all they want to achieve, they've already lost. We got to go to work. And it starts off from 9 p.m. tonight. No one's going to phone you and ask you if the work's done. But we'll see you in February. And we'll know who walked the stage. And we'll know who got the work done. I don't do it for me. I do it for we. You shouldn't do it for you. You should do it for us. We're small. It's the perfect time for people to come in, make a name, stay, or leave. It's a perfect time. We will protect you when you're in our environment. But when you leave, it's out of our control. We will protect your legacy when you're under our roof. But when you leave, it's out of our control. I'm expecting people to make short-term decisions based on emotion. Emotion will take you out the game. Only play the emotional game when it's time to work. But when it's time to check out, you got to start thinking logical. The decisions you make today shapes and formulates generation after generation after generation. There are families that aren't even born in the Boyson family yet, family tree, that are wealthy beyond their wildest imagination because these two made the decision. There's family right now. There's generations that won't even need to know your name, but they'll be so grateful that you made the decision to fix their legacy. The decisions you make today will determine your child, your children's children, never having to work because of financial gain. The one-on-one you do at 9 p.m. tonight will determine how many plates of food shows up at your children's house years from today. They'll never remember you for the money. They'll never remember you because you joined World Ventures. They'll never remember you for past history. They will definitely remember you if you got this thing done. And IMD does not mean done. It means done for yourself. It doesn't mean done for other people. When you sleep at night, you need to make sure we're all checked. I don't care if you're part of our team. I don't care if we're financially incentivized of you. I don't care about that stuff. You know what I do care? I do care about cutting through the fat and finding lean muscle. I do care about finding 5, 10 leaders from 1,400 people in this room right now that's going to go IMD. You guys remember the days where we were popping directors out in 20 days, 30 days, 90 days? You remember that? Marketing directors, RMDs in a few months. You guys remember that? You remember the day where we popped out laptops on the boot of the car and we're showing people presentations? You remember that day? We're going to go back to that day. We're going to go back to that day. We're going to go back to the day where you roll up your sleeve and you start to realize we need World Ventures as much as World Ventures needs us. There will be brand new companies every single day that's formulated. They will try do what we're doing. They will try copy us. You've got to notice one thing. When you walk past Lamborghini, there's no discount. There's no sale. Have you ever seen a sale on Rolex? No. The owner works so hard to get the brand where it's at. Today, if you didn't realize it, you're a co-owner of World Ventures with us. Today's your day. I want you to shake the hands of someone next to you and say, we're officially business partners. Look them in the eye. See, I know for a fact that you knew you were a co-founder, but you just did not. You didn't go out there and shake the hands. You didn't make the decision. You didn't sign the deal. You didn't verbally sign the deal. 9 p.m. tonight when you leave this venue, after all your meetings, before you check out, 5 minutes before you check out, get a blank piece of paper. I want you to write a contract between you and you. I want you to write an agreement between you and you. I don't care if it's one exposure a day. We need your help. I don't care if it's one testimonial a day. We need your help. I don't care if you're going the extreme and doing tours. We need your help. And if you got our back, I'll see you on stage in February. If you don't have our back, you will see us in stadiums where you could try to get in, but it's sold out. We're shaping our future. And I promise you, it all starts off today at 9 p.m. We're going straight to work. Yeah, but Sashin, you don't understand, man. I got a flight 9 p.m. Great. It all starts off at 9 p.m. What you do at 9 p.m. will determine the legacy that you formulate. I'm going to work. My leaders are going to work. We're going to work. Whether you're partnering up with us or not, we're going to work. I know for a fact we haven't even started. The first 8 years was testing our loyalty. The next 8 years, we'll get rewarded on our loyalty. This game is very simple. When you're loyal, you get treated like royal. When you chase royalty, you lose. When you chase loyalty, the royalty will start to follow you. Get ready to work, because I promise you, there's no presentation that's going to save you. There's no video that's going to save you. There's no PowerPoint that's going to save you. No one's going to go out there and open up their laptop besides you. You want your upline to dictate your legacy? You want your upline's upline to clear the path and show you how it's done? It's equivalent to telling people, I will allow you to put food on my table. See, when I joined this company 8 years ago, I made a very simple decision. No one knows my name. They don't need to know my name. That's fine, but I'll give them a reason to never forget my name. I want you to have that attitude. I want you to have that attitude. I want you to walk around with work ethics, not with ego. It's very simple. It's 3,000 to hit the top rank of the company. Very simple. But in 2020, we're going to break the bank open. You will see brand new stories that you've never heard about. They will walk the stage. You will look at them and say, damn, where did they come from? See, this week you heard some people. You heard some people come up and share their story. It's only a matter of time before we launch every country around the world. It's only a matter of time before people walk into a store and they see some of the biggest public figures advertising our products. It's only a matter of time, but we need to go through what we need to go through right now to get to where we truly deserve to be. I know what most people are doing though. They're sitting on this side of the stage, this side of the bridge, this side of the room, and they're saying, hold on, I want the universe, I want God to meet me halfway, and then I will start moving my feet. It doesn't work like that. When your preparation meets with God's timing, that magic moment will ignite a fire. 8 years later, Anand Patel is getting recognized for $1 million. 8 years later. Do you know there's people representing our country right now that have never made $1 million in their entire lifetime? When your preparation meets with God's timing, that magic moment changes the game. But that's only when it truly starts and begins. It only shows you who you are when you have something you've never had. I've dedicated my life to serving other people. I made the decision years ago that I want you to live my dream life. I want you to drive my dream car. I want you to live in my dream home. I want you to travel the world to places I wish I could have gone to. And I feel more content and fulfilled when we do that. We need to have a pure heart. We need to have a clean heart. You can't talk down on people. If you're in our club, there's no such thing as bringing people down to lift you up. We're going to have each other's back. It took me 8 years to realize what work like you broke really means. It took me 8 years to realize that it's all about student phase and student mode. The rest will follow you. Yeah, but Sashin, you know, I got 25 things happening at once. No, you don't. It took me 8 years to realize I can start diversifying once 8 years is done. And you know what I'm doing right now? I'm getting ready to sign a contract with myself for the next 8 years. Because I believe I've been playing with this thing. I promise you, you will be our biggest story that we brag about for years to come. This is the legacy run. This right here, we're going to need everyone, every single one participating. This is a Royal Rumble fight. It's not every man for themselves. It's everyone that wants to talk down on us versus us. I got your back. I know you got the person next to you and they're back. But I will tell you something right now. 9 p.m. determines your future. 9 p.m. determines your legacy. 9 p.m. determines how much money you want to have in your bank account. 9 p.m. determines how much you want to live versus exist. We're all going to die one day. It's a fact. But there's people right now in their deathbed that have no life, and you out there, you can breathe, you can walk, you can talk, but you're going out there and saying, hold on, I don't have more than the person next to me. You got my friend Freddie right there. He's a director. He didn't ask to go through an accident, but he's defining his future. Freddie can't walk, but he goes out there and outworks people who can walk. Freddie can't run, but he'll open up the laptop more than anyone else out there. His future means more than anyone else out there. I'll go to work for this guy because he will go to work for us. I don't need no uplines to intervene and tell me I can't reach out to him. I reached out to him when he was Wings qualified. Whilst I was a double IMD because there was no title that defined our relationship. Go to work. 2019. I promise you, 2019 is the beginning and the foundation of your legacy. And this company is a part of your legacy. I'll see you at 9 p.m. somewhere in some coffee shop.